lot of women in their 30s and 40s feel a sort of dread about aging. That's actually one of the words that I hear most frequently when I ask women how they're feeling about aging. They say they're dreading it or they're scared. And so today I want to take a few minutes to talk about that fear and the dread and some of the mistakes you may be making that if you just did things a little bit differently, it might help you feel more empowered around aging and not as scared and not as weighed down by it. Hi, I'm Kelsey Ale. I'm a certified functional nutritionist. I'm a restorative wellness practitioner, and I'm the founder of Audrey. We're a collective that helps women learn how to age well and love doing it. If that sounds interesting to you and relevant, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell to be notified when we post a new video. If you could also give this video a thumbs up, that would be amazing. It helps our channel out so much. So today, I'm not just gonna be talking about wearing sunscreen and stuff like that. I actually have another video where I talk about some of those things. Today, we're looking at some higher level mistakes that I think are actually even more important for us to avoid. I usually tell women in their 30s and 40s, one of the biggest mistakes many of us make is that we don't think we need to think about aging yet because we're not old. And I think this is a big mistake. Think like Julia Roberts' Pretty Woman kind of big mistake. Huge. Because the symptoms of aging don't just randomly happen overnight. Everything, the wrinkles, the gray hair, the fatigue, the joint pain, these processes all start years before you see them, and they're just hidden under the surface until they're not. So even though you're not old yet, what you do today will determine how well or how poorly you age over the coming decades. It's already started. But if you're here watching this video, you're probably dreading aging, so you're definitely thinking about it. So that's actually a step in the right direction because you're not making the mistake of not thinking about it, but you are making the mistake of worrying about it. So just stop worrying. Done. That's the tip. Just kidding. I know the best way to get someone to keep worrying about a thing is to tell them to just stop worrying about it, kind of like telling an anxious person to just calm down. Doesn't work so well. But seriously, worrying about aging isn't actually doing anything helpful about it. And in fact, it may actually be making you age faster, which I'm not telling you that to make you worry even more, but the point I'm trying to make is that worrying about aging isn't productive. It's not changing anything for the better. There's a Dalai Lama quote that goes, "If a problem is fixable, if a situation is such that you can do something about it, then there is no need to worry. If it's not fixable, then there is no help in worrying." And I think both of those points really apply to aging. At this point in time, we can't stop the aging process in humans, but you can change how you age and how well and how fast or how slow you age. You do have the power to influence those things. So I think it's kind of a both situation. It's fixable and there's also nothing you can do about it. So there's doubly no need to worry. You do, however, have to start to take meaningful actions in your life and start making measurable changes in your lifestyle if you want to make that big switch from feeling really scared and full of dread about aging to feeling empowered and less afraid. At Audrey, we look at better aging through the lens of 3 key areas to focus on. First, we need to reduce inflammation. Second, we reassess the body. And third, we train our brains. These key areas are what we consider to be foundational to slowing down aging and reversing some of the existing stress in the body. If you make meaningful moves and improvements in these key areas, it is scientifically shown to start to dramatically improve the way you're aging and even reverse some existing damage. So you can start to feel better than you have in years, and this will also translate to more glowing skin and just more confidence and energy in general. If you take action, you'll feel empowered, not like you're a victim of time. The next big mistake that I see over and over again is that women in their 30s and 40s focus way too much time and energy on skincare and not enough on the rest of their body. Skincare is just a slice of the better aging pie. It's not even a quarter of the pie, and it's certainly not the whole pie. You really need to understand that your skin's appearance is a reflection of your internal health. So if you're not optimizing and focusing on optimizing the health of your whole body, you're just fighting the external signs of aging, and it's gonna be a never-ending battle. It'll be crazy making. You have to optimize from the inside out, and that health will show in your skin without you having to jump through a ton of extra hoops. Now, when I say optimize from the inside out, what I mean is you need to make moves to reduce inflammation first and foremost. Inflammation is the biggest driver of aging in the skin and in the body, and it's the biggest driver of diseases of aging like cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's, and diabetes. And these are all things that we all want to avoid, so getting your inflammation down is the key place to start. The first place to start reducing inflammation is with your diet. Your diet is what your cells are made out of. It's also a relatively simple, accessible place to start, and it's a habit you're already doing every day. You're already eating every day. You just need to start adjusting what you're eating. And we don't even need to get into intermittent fasting or anything like that yet if you're just starting out. First, just start by changing what you eat. Reduce refined foods, reduce or cut out sugar, and for most people, cutting out dairy is huge. Leveling up your nutrition and starting to focus on an anti-inflammatory diet is going to go a long way in helping you start to feel and look better, which will help you start to feel more empowered around aging. After you've given yourself some time to reduce inflammation through diet, it's time to start reassessing your body, specifically your external body. Start to consider what kinds of exercise work for you at this point in your life and find a good balance. Being sedentary is absolutely not an option anymore because we are officially entering the use it or lose it phase of our life. So if you're not doing anything to move your body now, later on, your body won't move. I know that sounds a little bit extreme, but we really are entering the time in our life where we're going to start having a harder and harder time doing things like walking up a flight of stairs without getting winded, chasing after your kids or your grandkids or the dogs without feeling sore the next day, even walking to explore a new city without needing to rest the whole next day. All of those things are gonna get harder unless we put some energy into maintaining our body on a regular basis. Women must do strength training. We must. Non-negotiable. 3/4 of older patients who succumb to frailty and are injured in falls are women. This means reduced ability to get out and do things and reduced independence and an increased likelihood of needing a caretaker later in life if we don't start working on it now. So you absolutely must start to build muscle and build strength. And do it in a way that's sustainable. So don't go 110% every day and burn yourself out after a week. Go 50 to 60 to 70% on a regular basis and build a routine you can do consistently. And when you've gotten those first two elements down pat, you then need to start giving your brain some extra attention and love to keep it agile and plastic. We like neuroplasticity. It means we are mentally flexible and able to learn and take in new information and recall things. And it also means we will be better able to heal from any brain-related injuries we might incur. So keeping your mind sharp has a lot of benefits. So learn or practice a new language, read a physical book, drive a different way to work or to the store, drive somewhere without using GPS at all, do a puzzle. I'm serious, all of these things might seem small, except for the language one, but even the small things like regularly driving without relying on GPS can actually go a long way in keeping your mind sharp and preventing memory loss as you get older, which is a top fear for a lot of women behind looking older and not being able to get around is losing mental ability. So if you can do these things and put energy every single day into doing even just one thing to reduce inflammation and to reassess your body and to train your brain, I bet you'll start to notice the fear of aging shifting. It probably won't go away entirely because there are several other pretty big elements at play that are probably driving this fear, like how Western culture places all the value on youth and our senior citizens, or in our case, women over the age of 45, have for the most part been relegated to the land of the worthless and the invisible, up until now, at least. I do think there's some changes happening, but that's still a narrative that we've been fed, and it's a whole other ball of yarn to unwind, one that watching one single YouTube video won't undo for you. It's a process and it just takes time. But the first step to shifting your internal story from feeling scared about aging or dreading it to feeling empowered around aging is avoiding these 3 mistakes that we just talked about today, and then starting to take action to take care of yourself so you can ensure a better tomorrow, and a better day after that, and a better day after that, and just generally a better future for yourself. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. I'd also love it if, again, you could please give us a thumbs up on this video. It really helps our channel a lot. And remember, if you like this information and want more of it, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified the next time we post a video. You can also check out the description below for links to all kinds of fun resources that we offer, like our Better Aging Basics course, where we dive even deeper into those 3 key areas that we talked about today in this video. Also, check out our video on 9 foods for glowing skin and self-care tips for more helpful tips on slowing down aging in the body so you can look and feel your best. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. Thanks for watching, and remember to hydrate and subscribe. I'll see you next time.